Hello everybody, it's your boy Yog. We're back. We're green screen gaming this time. I'm trying to make a very simple, succinct, easy to follow setup guide for the RNG manipulation of Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. I'm going to use the Trophy Garden and the Celesian Ruins with Shiny Unown and the shiny rotating encounter slot of the Trophy Garden to show you how to get into this, because I believe that this activity is the easiest thing. You go from this video into other videos, maybe my other video with the eggs, maybe my homie Papa Jeff's video about the legendary Pokemon and the shiny starter. But this, I want to be the starting point for people. We don't want people to be intimidated by RNG manipulation. We also want you to understand that this is not hacking or cheating. It's actually a fun, different way to play the game or manipulate how the game generates Pokemon. But I'm going to get into it. You need a computer. You need capture card is the best way, but you can do this with a webcam. I'm going to show you how to operate inside of a program called OBS. This is an open broadcasting software, so that you can stream with it or record yourself, but you can also just use it to do things like this. This program reads your game screen. Basically, you can use a webcam, you can use your phone. I'm going to show the capture card method. I'm also going to show just a little bit of inside of the program OBS what you would need to do the other ways. This is all just this, like I said, straight up retail, no custom firmware, no hacking, no cheating, no nothing. This is taking your game, understanding how it works, taking a program that a few people made and translated, a combination of programs and websites that take information that the game gives you, allows you to find where a shiny exists in a moment of time, and you set yourself up to press A and encounter that moment of time at the exact right moment. You've seen videos of maybe me or Papa Jeff or anybody RNG manipulating any of the games of the past or present, where you make shinies appear or just high IV Pokemon or just really rare events that would normally take a long time to occur naturally. I myself do both traditional hunting and RNG manipulation. I love all things shiny Pokemon. I love grinding. I love getting things done. It's like two different ways to play. I do plenty of traditional hunting. I saw for set for my Palkia in Shining Pearl and a bunch of other stuff in Sword and Shield and a bunch of other stuff in a bunch of games. And I also love learning how the game works. I love learning how the game works and getting cool stuff out of it. It's honestly so fun. And it does not invalidate the other things that you grinded for. I've grinded weeks, days, months for some shinies, and then I can come to RNG manipulation and make other things happen a lot faster. That does not invalidate my grind or make me feel like my shiny is less valuable or anything. Shiny value or rarity is all in the basically in the eye of the beholder, if you will. If you really believe that the way that other people obtain shiny Pokemon devalues the way that you think there's only one or two ways to shiny hunt, that goes against the greater message of Pokemon and trying to build community and friends and have fun, and it doesn't matter. I love people that shiny hunt. I love RNG manipulation. I love it all. I love Pokemon. That's what I believe loving Pokemon means. It doesn't mean gatekeeping or doing one method of shiny hunting. But anyway, we're gonna move on. I'm going to download and install all the programs that you need live. This should be a guide that you follow. Literally, you can just put this guide on and just follow it. You can slow it down if I'm going too fast or whatever you need to do, but it should be a phase by phase, step by step, very easy to follow, very easy to execute thing. Getting a shiny from the Trophy Garden or getting a shiny Unown in the Celesian Ruins with honey is very easy. The program stuff might seem complicated, but like I said, I'm going to try my best to very properly walk beginners through this. Let's go. I will have links in the description for everything that you need, okay? The first thing that we need is the program Git. Over here, download for Windows. This one, 64-bit. It's going to take a second to download. And this one has a couple prompts to install it. But basically everything is straight up. Next. Don't care about icons. Don't care about a folder. Another shortcut. Don't need to edit that. 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 This is opt-in stuff and not enable file system caching. I mean, it's on by default. This one you don't need to click anything and then install. Git. Boom. Don't need to view release notes. Don't even need to launch it. That program interacts in secret, in tandem with another thing that we're going to do. Step 2. We're going to grab Python, which is a programming language. All you need to do is go to python.org/downloads and get the latest version. This one has one thing that you must click when you are installing. You must add 3.10. You must add Python 3.10 to path. You must add it to path. You must add it to path. Install now. Remember, you must add it to path. Close. All right. We are now moving on. The next step for us is to go to the website that is the GitHub. The GitHub is also linked in the description. What you will do is simply scroll down to the README part, and we're going to stop at the how to run. This is how you install and run the program. The next thing that you will do is open a command prompt. If you've never opened a command prompt, just type the word command prompt into your search bar and hit enter. Now that you have your command prompt, what we are going to do is come right here, and you just simply copy and paste the lines one after one. This is exactly what you want to appear on the screen. Cloning into Project XS. Then you come and you copy and paste just this part of this line to activate the Project XS directory. Now you're going to install the program, the Pip Install. You go right here up to the Pip Install here. You're going to want to see all of this. Installing collected packages. It's successfully installed. Now it's saying I need to upgrade. You do not need to worry about that. The next thing is the final line. Now this line is how you run the program. This line is going to launch the program. And you have Player Blink launched. This is good. When you've got here, all things are good. This is exactly where you want to be. And when you leave and come back and do something, when you go do something and come back to this, you go to your command prompts, you copy and paste this line or type it, the second one, to activate the Project XS directory, and then copy and paste this one to activate the program again. So I'll demonstrate real quick. I'm Xing this out. I'm Xing this out. I'm reopening my command prompt. My command prompt is now clean. I've installed the thing. I went outside. I played some catch. Now I am copy and pasting the second line, the cd./Project XS, making sure, and then this fourth line. This is how I have had extreme consistency with this. There's a way to create desktop icons and such. I'm not a programmer. Like I said, I am trying to make this so simple. Just so simple. It's simple. It's just simple, okay? Get Player Blink up and you're good to go. We're gonna move on to the next part. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna show you is how to interface with OBS just a little bit really fast, because it's quite simple. I have a windowed projector source, as you can see up here. This is what I have, a windowed projector source of my capture card. I'm gonna X this out for right now, and I'm gonna show you my OBS. Now you're gonna see a little bit of the infinity yog. So ignore that for a sec. So I'm gonna disappear here. What you're gonna see down here, I'm circling it with my mouse. Capture card switch is a source. If you have a capture card, if you have a webcam, or if you're using your phone and some sort of program that shows a mirror of your screen, you're gonna add it as a source. There's a bunch of sources. A camera and a capture card are video capture devices. A mirrored phone screen app is usually a window capture, but video capture device, I just have it nicknamed as cap card switch. What I do is right click it, and windowed projector source is right here, and boom. You have your windowed projector source that you can resize. I like to, don't make it too big for when what we're about to do. You don't make it huge. This is perfect size. I'm gonna come back on, I'm going to reappear. When you right click the source like I just showed you and you hit windowed projector source, this is how you get the window. You can resize it to wherever you want. You can make it, it's actually not allowed to be whatever you want. You don't want to make it too big but not too small, because this program interacts with it and creates its own little preview of it and such. And there's a display percent right here on the program that you might have to interact with, but this is about a good size. I'm now going to show you how to use the program that interacts with the player blinks to determine the RNG seed and help us get shinies. Like I said, this is the introductory activity. Coming to the trophy garden and getting shiny unknown from Celesian Ruins, this is an introductory activity. After you've got the program up, that's the hardest part. So, good job. We're going to move on now. Now, I'm saving at the trophy garden. I have already gone to Floroma town and obtained some honey. So my character is holding honey. You do need to use honey, not sweet scent or anything else. This is a honey strategy, so get some honey. You're gonna need that. Now, what you're gonna wanna do is activate a key item, not the Poke Radar though. Something that gives you a text box that says Ruins, words echoed, Yog, there is a time and place for everything. Advance it to the end, but don't close it. You need to be right here. This is step one, be right here. The next thing that you're gonna do is come over to the player blink program. We're gonna go to config camera.json. In my case, since I'm using windowed projector source and a capture card, I'm gonna type the word windowed here. I'm gonna check off this monitor window. That is something that you have to do. Now, if you have a webcam or a phone, you're still gonna be able to check, you're still gonna be able to select this, and you're still gonna be able to do this exact same way. This has to be done. It's just that when you're in OBS, the source might be different. Excuse me. And when you're using a webcam, you have to make sure there's not too much reflection. You have to make sure there's a good enough distance between the webcam and the Nintendo Switch screen. Both aren't dirty or anything like that. It's got to be very clear and not super reflective so that it registers. I'm going to show you what it looks like right now when it registers properly. But in order for it to register properly, you must do this on your computer next. We are going to use the Snip Tool and the Paint Tool. So you open up the Snip Tool and open up the Paint Tool, because we need to give something to this program to read. So what you do is you get a new snip of your little character. I'm gonna get that right there. I'm gonna copy and I'm gonna paste it into Paint like this. And I'm gonna zoom all the way in with the magnifying glass as much as I can on the little eyeball. And I'm going to select the eyeball with the cropping tool, and I'm going to crop the rest away. And what I'm going to do is save as. We'll do trophy eye. I just have a folder called eyes. I save the eyes there that I use for these purposes. You can minimize these. We're going to select eye. Go to eyes. Go to trophy eye. Now the program has my snip that it's going to be looking for, the little eyeball. Now, when you first install the program, I believe it'll always have everyone at a 0.9 threshold. But if you're using a high quality capture card like me, 0.7 threshold is what you want. So lower that. In order for you to find out the proper threshold, you have to watch how your person blinks and make sure that the program catches it and is doing it properly. So we'll do that right now. We're gonna hit preview. Preview is gonna launch another window. See, we have a red and a blue box. What we're gonna do is the X and the Y. You can adjust these with your arrow keys. We're gonna move the X and the Y. We're gonna put the border box over our character. And when that happens, it should register the eyeball. See, that second box is highlighted on my eyeball, which is really good. You don't need to have the border box this large. You do want it to kind of just be over the one part of the character, but it should work. Like, it doesn't need to be microscopic size or anything. Zooming in is the best, and there's many situations where you're like kind of automatically zoomed in, but like the trophy garden, as you can see, is a place where it's kind of distant. The player character is a little distant, but this should work just fine. Get the main box over the character, and it's okay that it covers other parts of the you know, the situation here. Just that the blue box is perfectly over the eyeball. We're gonna stop preview, and we're going to hit monitor blinks. Now you have to wait here and see if the character blinks pops up. See, look, it says blink logged 1 out of 40, blink logged 2 out of 40. You need to watch your character. Like, I have a big TV over here, so I'm watching her to see her blinking with the 0.7 threshold. This is good. This is what we want. The character does have to blink 40 times to get the seed, but you can do multiple shinies on the same seed, meaning that you only have to do the 40 blinks one time, and then you can get multiple shinies. You only have to do the 40 blinks every single time, once every time you reset your game. So I'm going to fast forward through these blinks, and we're going to get through to the next part. All right, in the preview, after you've set up your box, positioned it properly, the border box should be red full time, and the little box over the eyeball should be blue. And when it blinks, it should do a little flip of the color, which means it's registering. We're gonna stop the preview, and we're going to monitor blinks. I did get an error before, but I believe I fixed the error. Don't worry about my error. It was a stupid error. So we're gonna let this blink, and I'll be right back. All right, we're coming up on the last blink here. Unfortunately, this part's really boring. Gotta wait for 40 blinks every time you boot up the game and you need a seed, so we got a seed. Once you have successfully blinked and gotten your seed, we are moving on to step 2. Well, I don't know what step number we're on. Next step. And by the way, this is exactly what you want. You want advances ticking away. That's fine. What you're gonna do right now is stop the preview and re-identify. It's going to count 7 more blinks, but this time it's using the blinks in combination with the seed, so that we're getting more specific about where we are and how we can get a shiny or anything cool like high IVs or whatever. So the next step is we're gonna go to another website. We're going to go to chatot.pokemonrng.com/number/BDSP. So we're gonna get to the wild tab, and as you can see, there's some seed info, and we just got that seed info. So what you do is you take these 4 lines and paste them in the proper order. 0, 1, 2, and 3. This is good. This is a good thing. Do this while you're re-identifying. Now that we have re-identified, it's telling us the exact number of advances that we are at. Shinies exist on these frames. What we're doing in theory is hitting A at the exact same time that the number represents a shiny. So let's find a shiny. In the instance of the trophy garden, the rotating encounter slot is number 6. I didn't even look up the other ones because everything else in the trophy garden is kind of lame. 6 is the one that rotates. Today for me it's Porygon. So you do need to make sure that the target you're looking for, at least gender ratio, is proper. Porygon is genderless, so we're gonna hit genderless, and we're gonna hit encounter slot 6, minimum advance is 0. 10,000 should be plenty. You do want to make sure you have a delay of 1. Delay of 1 is necessary. We're gonna search. After you hit star and square as well, we want to find the shiny. So as you can see, there's no shiny on encounter slot 6 within 10,000 advances. So we're gonna make this 100,000 advances by adding a 0. And there's still not one, so we're gonna go again. And it looks like 134,840 is the first frame for encounter slot 6. We'll talk about advancing frames and moving into far frames later. First, I'm just gonna go for any shiny. I'm gonna go for any old shiny, any encounter slot, no set gender, as long as it's star and square. As long as it's in, within, 10,000 advances. It's not that many. We're going to search. The first shiny that we have is on frame 8,915. And as we've re-identified, we are only at 200. So, I'm going to show you a frame advancement technique, one of the more popular ones. You can stop preview now as well. One of the more popular things to do is to get out of this text box, open your Pokédex. If you have if you have all or most of the Pokemon discovered, like at least their pictures here, going and fast scrolling to the very bottom of the Pokédex is going to move us literally like 7,000 advances. So now I'm going to reopen that Rowan text box, go to the second part, and I'm going to hit re-identify. Re-identifying only takes 7 blinks. It doesn't normally take that long. It is very possible for there to be a long time in between blinks. I've waited as long as 40 seconds in between some blinks, and that sucks. But see, you need 7 blinks to pass, and it's going to again remind us exactly where we are. We were in the low hundreds because this is a noiseless area. Most of the areas in Pokemon BDSP have background RNG noise produced by animations, NPCs, Pokemon NPCs, just things going on in the game. See, now we've warped ahead to frame 7,700, and the frame that we're looking for is 8,915. So these are 1 a second. In a place where there's no noise, it's simply 1 every second. So I'd have to wait, we're looking at waiting over 2,000 seconds. We're not going to do that. We're going to do a little bit of Pokédex scrolling again. We're not going to do the mega scroll. We're just going to go over a couple of the Pokemon. Weirdly enough, Azelf does a lot of frame warping, but just going over a few things like I just did like that, it's like 40 frames per or so. So stop preview and re-identify, and you gotta wait 7 more blinks. Unfortunately, this is the sucky part of this. You do have to keep waiting. I'll be back after these blinks. Alright, we're coming back to the last blink. As you can see, I had to wait 35 seconds in between one of those blinks. So look, we're at advances 8,300, and our target is 8,915. A bad re-identify takes about 100 seconds or so. So you really, it sucks again. There's a lot of waiting. Like, I could wait here. I need to hit 8,915. I'm at 8,330. You know what I mean? So I could wait the 600 seconds. For the sake of the video, I am gonna wait. So I'll be back. You could take a risk and do a frame warp. You know what? I can do a frame warp. I can get away because if you just open your Pokédex one time, like I'm about to show you, just open it and close it really quick. It's 165 frames even, so that's not that many, and I should be able to re-identify really close to the target. So I'm gonna go 7 more blinks, and I'll be back after that. Okay, we're coming back. We're coming back. 8583, and we're looking for 8915. So that's fine. That's perfect. I wouldn't say perfect, but it's not that far away, so we're gonna wait for that. I will skip the waiting because, you know, I gotta wait 300 seconds. But when I get close to the 8915, I'll come back and we'll hit this. Alright guys, we are approaching 8915. So what you need to be ready to do is hit A on your honey at that moment, at that last moment. Use this item as soon as 8915 comes. I find it very easy to count down. Like I'm gonna count to 15 right now. 2, 3, and hit on 15. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You use the honey. And I think that's shiny. I'm pretty sure it is. Shing bling! Pichu, you can't really tell. But we did it. See? Booyah. Booyah. It's exactly how you do it. Start to finish, setting up the tool and doing the easy trophy garden where there's minimum to no noise. You just come on in here and get whatever you want. You can go to the Pokemon RNG Discord and figure out the encounter slots for the trophy garden, but like I said, the rotating slot being number 6 is the most hype. So now I'm going to show you Unown in the Celesian Ruins, which is not different except for one tiny little factor. And I'll show you when we get there. Save. I'm going to go over there. I'll be right back. Alright, so I came over here to the Celesian Ruins. Celesian Ruins has a layout where a bunch of rooms only have one letter. There's a room that has the exclamation and the question mark. And then these dead-end rooms have every other letter. So the encounter slots are known for the letters, but it's not quite figured out for the case of PokeFinder and Chatot, the website to find the shinies. I've already got a bunch of different unknowns. So, like I said, Unown and the Trophy Garden are noiseless areas that are very good to practice using the tool, understanding what's going on. Just like before, what you're gonna do is, first of all, just save. I didn't reset my game, so I still have the same seed. This is how you get multiple things on the same seed without resetting the game. So I've saved. You need to get a text box open, the Rowan text box, the second part of the Rowan text box. Now, you have the option to, you know, pick different preset things. Like these drop downs are all different tasks. There is an unknown. So when you click the unknown, make sure that you once again have the windowed and monitor thing proper and also the threshold. And you're going to want to also make sure you have the right eye. The snip eye. I have, if you stand in front of this rock and face this way, you can be very consistent because I already have an eyeball for this that I won't need to change like ever. Sometimes you need to change. Unknown eye should work, and boom. You select eye in the preview, you stop the preview, you re-identify, you wait for 7 blinks, you come over to PokeFinder. We now know we just got a shiny at frame 8,915, so we are at least starting at that level. You know what I mean? So you could type that frame, you know, and then it'll go from there. So the other shinies that are after this will pop up. Also, make sure for Unknown you have to do a delay of 2. That's something that I was gonna talk about, was that as you get into different RNGs, you get into different delays and different things you have to do. But using the honey and doing this in the Trophy Garden and the Unknown is very straight up. When you do legendaries, eggs, or the starter, or a few other things, a little bit more involved. But as you can see now, There's a bunch of shiny frames because we have the genderless set, we have any encounter slot, we have the 2 delay, and we started at this high advance. So our advances are currently 15,000, almost 600. So we're not really close to one. We just missed this 14,220. So the next one would be 30,223. I would have to do the Pokédex frame warping like I mentioned. So I'm gonna try that by going a full Pokédex from top to bottom is about 7K to 7.5K. So I can afford to do 2 ones, and it should actually put me pretty close. Let's see how close we got. I hope we got close, because I hate waiting for these blinks. I'm gonna wait for 7 blinks. I'll be back for that. Wow, I just missed it. Like, I just missed it. The blinks came and I was at 302.31. I needed 302.23. Like, I just missed it, and that was because my re-identify had a couple long segments in between it. So there is that thing that you can't bank on. The next one for me would be 42,000. You know, it's actually really annoying sometimes to just miss it and whatnot. But I'm gonna show you a shiny unknown, so let's advance some frames. I'm at 30,200, so I need to get to 42,000. What I would do is I would do 1 full one for about 7.5K, and then I would just open and close the Pokédex a couple times. And then we're gonna re-identify and see where we're at. We shouldn't be too close, but not too far. Re-identify for 7 more blinks. And yeah, look at this re-identify. This re-identify is cooking. 4 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3, 4, 3, 4. And we're back online already. See, it can be super fast or super slow, so you gotta play it safe sometimes. We're at 38,000 now. We need 42,000 or so. So I think it's tough. It's tough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's about. Let's just see where we're at, because you can't trust. Dot preview, re-identify. See, that one was also very fast. So 39,000. We're trying to get to 42,000. It's a little tough. We're gonna do Pokédex. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's gonna put us near 40,000, so I'll need another 2,000. I'm actually gonna do a couple scrolls of Pokemon and then re-identify. See where we're at. This is one annoying part of this. Different RNGs require different things. Unknown and Trophy Garden, like I've said 100 times, are just very easy and very good introductory things. So I'll be right back after these blinks. Alrighty, so we're back. We're at 40,000, almost 41,000. We need 42,000. So again, Pokédex is gonna put us a little over 41K. Okay, so Pokédex. This should put us at just a couple minute wait. Hopefully not too long. Let's get our blinks back. Alright, and we're back. We're back at 41,700 range. That means we are, yes, we're about 500 seconds away from the target. So I'll take this one. Well, you know, should I take the risk? A 165 Pokédex scroll, and then I'd have a 2-minute time to re-identify. I'm going for it. I'm going for it. I'm going for it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Stop preview, re-identify. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Alrighty. 41,000, almost 42,000. Perfect. We're rolling up on 42,000. That means we have exactly 3 minutes left. So I'll cut this and come back near the frame. We'll get a shiny unknown and we'll wrap up here. Alright, we are as you approach. I like to wait till you approach the frame. Stop the preview. Get your honey ready. Make sure you're watching the advances. We're looking at 179, so we are coming up here. We're gonna go over to the honey. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Summon shining unknown in the channel. Shing bling! Shining unknown has entered the channel, and as you can see, I went right from getting a shining Pichu right into getting a shining unknown. This is the easiest thing you can do with RNG manipulation. This is the easiest way I could explain the whole setup. So I really hope that you can figure it out. If you can't, join my Discord, hit me up, join the Pokemon RNG Discord, talk in the Nintendo Switch channel, talk in the Help Ask Questions channel. The biggest goal with this BDSP RNG manipulation is to make it as accessible as possible and make sure that people understand it's not that hard and it's not cheating and it doesn't invalidate your other shinies. So if this guide helped you, please like, comment, subscribe. I stream a lot on Twitch. I've been streaming a lot on Twitch for a long time. I've been streaming mostly Pokemon content for long hours every day for 26 months now. I am only recently trying harder than just posting stream highlights to YouTube. I'm trying to make real guides out of the content. I'm going super hard on Pokemon Legends Arceus, like harder than you can possibly imagine. Harder than anyone that you can even comprehend. Like, it's just the objective truth. You can ask anyone in my community. I've been grinding super hard in every game I play, and this is the grinding game. I'm so excited for that game. RNG manipulation might exist in that game, it might not. But anyway, I'll be playing it a lot. Come follow on Twitch. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I really have to importantly and passionately, enthusiastically give a mega shout out to Nayart120, who made the original tool. It was in Japanese. And then we have Lincoln, who forked it and added the GUI, additional features, made it easier to use for non-programmer people like myself. Nayart did basically all the fancy math behind finding the seed from Blinks, and Lincoln has helped us create a tool in English and understand everything, and both of them are helpful and responsive in the Pokemon RNG Discord. Big love to Admiral Fish, the creator of PokeFinder. He's been around for a while, always updating and keeping it up to date. And yeah, shout out to my Twitch community for pushing me to create this content on YouTube. I've just been streaming a lot every day, mad hours like a crazy person, and I mean, I do a lot of fun, cool things, and I love streaming. But the YouTube stuff, it's been hard for me to find my path. Like, I have passion and a path I feel on Twitch, but YouTube's a little tough. So if you guys just let me know if this guide sucked or if it helped you, just please let me know. Big shout out to homies Papa Jeff and Ama Blissy. They have helped me. They've become great Poke friends, helped me with RNG. My entire mod team and VIPs of my Twitch channel, all longtime members. Thank you guys so much. It's been an amazing grind. We're coming up on Legend Arceus, and the whole game's about to change. Literally, I'm so excited. But here, let's go.